going on, everybody? G-Man the Trucker here. I'm located in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania. And when I say the middle of nowhere, I literally mean the middle of nowhere. As you can see, I'm just sitting here up on this mountaintop up here. There's nothing around but trees and rocks. Trees and rocks. And another truck. But besides that, that's pretty much, that's it up here in the middle of nowhere. Get ready to make myself a cup of coffee. And while I make a cup of coffee, I wanted to talk about a topic. So a little coffee maker here. About to make me a fresh cup. I don't know if you can see that in the video. My coffee maker there. Anyhow, the topic I want to talk about today is something that really bothers me out here. Really bothers me. Oh, hold on, sorry about that. The lighting went away. Really bothers me. And it's super truckers. Don't like them. Don't have respect for them. And I don't want to be one. And to any of you guys or girls who are new to trucking or thinking about getting into trucking, don't be that. Don't become a super trucker. You know, super truckers are the ones 9 times out of 10 they're owner operators 9 times out of 10. You know, even some lease operators too, but it's very few company drivers, I would say, are super truckers. But they're the ones you see with the nice shiny trucks going down the highway with all the chrome and stacks and, you know, all the chicken lights all over the place. You know, barreling down the highway 80, 85, right on everybody's behind. You know, just doing everything the wrong way. You know, the unprofessional way. Those are also the same guys you see up on the, you know, seeing the truck stops, up on the CBs, you know, talking nonsense and talking crap about, you know, new drivers. That, you know, they're trying, more than likely trying to park. Okay, you know, instead of getting out and lending a hand, they would much rather criticize and talk crap about. And it's ridiculous, you know, it's nonsense. It's, I guess it's their way of making up for shortcomings, you know what I mean? By talking bad about other people and bullying people and so on and so forth. You know, and that's what's wrong with this industry as a whole. That's why, you know, trucking has a bad name, has a bad rap. Everybody thinks it's because, it's all the new drivers. It's not really the new drivers. You know, although they do have their hands up, they're playing it, but it's mostly these Billy badasses, if you will, who don't feel like they, you know, that they should have to follow the rules that everybody else has to follow. You know, and it kind of pisses me off because I pride myself as being a professional. Now, I am, excuse me, my coffee maker just kind of startled me. I am not an owner operator. I'm not a lease operator. I'm a regular company driver, but I pride myself. You know, I have enough pride. I carry my company, you know, name on my back. You know, I have pride in my company. I have pride in, you know, in my equipment that they give me. You know, I conduct myself, like I said, as a professional truck driver. You know, and I never have, and I never will hesitate to help anybody. You know, I'm in the truck stops. There's a lot of times I'm in the truck stops, and I'll see a driver who's having problems, you know, trying to park or something like that, and I will get out. I will stop whatever I'm doing, and I'll get out and help him. Doesn't matter if he's, you know, young, old, fat, skinny, small, black, white, Spanish, Asian. It doesn't matter to me. You know, I help out anybody. You know, now I'm no veteran. You know, and I'm new to the industry, not as new as some of the other guys, but, you know, fairly new. A couple years under my belt. But, you know, I'm learning like everybody else is learning. You know, and I never stop learning. And, you know, I would not see myself being one of those guys in the CB or pulling out a camcorder and videotaping someone doing something wrong. I know you guys see it, you know, all the time. I'm not gonna do no name calling, but there's a few YouTube truckers out there who take pride in videotaping someone doing something wrong. And to me, it's just ridiculous. You know, they tend to forget that once upon a time that they were in those shoes and they started off the same way. You know, it's just, it's sickening. You know, it's sickening to my stomach to think that there's that many super truckers out here that have that type of mentality, type of attitude. When, in my mind, we're all one. You know, we're all one equal. We're here in the same business, same industry, doing the same thing. You know, we may be hauling different type of trailers, different type of freight, different type of trucks, but we're all doing the same thing. Picking up freight and transporting it from one location to another location. You know, now me firsthand, I can tell you, I have had my share of run-ins with super truckers. Because at the end of the day, you're a human being just like I'm a human being. You're a grown man just like I'm a grown man. You put your pants on one leg at a time just like I do. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm a company driver or so on and so forth, you know. I'm married and have kids and a family just like I'm pretty sure a lot of the other ones are. But if you think for one iota of a second that you're going to disrespect me or trash talk me, that's not going to happen. You know, that's not going to happen. You know, you could be a CB Rambo all day long, but I have seen some of these truckers and the super truckers get in these truckers' faces. You know, they intimidate these new guys. I have seen it. I have seen it just a couple of days ago. You know, he gets out of his truck and he gets all in this guy's face. You know, that won't be me. That won't be me. I love my job and I love the company I work for. But a day a super trucker gets out and gets in my face will be the last day I'm working for the company I'm working for, because trust me when I tell you, I'm gonna lay his ass flat. You know, I just don't play that. You know, there comes a time and a point for everything. You know, we all have our breaking points. You know, but instead of getting in someone's face, instead of, you know, talking crap on a CB or joking with other super truckers, get out and lend a hand. Okay? Don't sit there and watch. Why sit there and watch the guy hit your truck or another truck when you can prevent that from happening? You know, like I said, I do all the time. I never forget. It's probably about a couple of months back, probably about a month or two ago. I was at the truck stop, and I was just merely going there to scale my load, you know, to weigh my load. And I seen a truck driver, works for the same company I work for. I had seen him earlier that day. He was at the same shipper I was at, and I was having problems with my load, you know, trying to get the weight legal. He was there. He was telling me he had just started. He was new, and his trainer really didn't spend that much time with him and teach him all the things he needed to know. Well, long story short, I ended up seeing him later on at the truck stop. And man, he was struggling. And it would, you know, before anybody says anything, it had nothing to do with it because we work for the same outfit. That's not why. I'll lend a helping hand to anybody. You know, I don't care what the name on the side of the door says, because at the end of the day, we don't own these companies. So I don't care what the name on the side of the door says. but he was struggling. He was struggling. And man, oh man, I tell you, there were so many truck drivers out there on the CBs just trash talking. Now, I was in a rush and I was pressed for time. Okay, because I had a delivery, I had to be there. But you know what? I took the liberty. I got out of my truck. It was pouring rain. And I got out and I helped that driver. You know, I stayed. He was so overwhelmed. He was going through it. I climbed up on a step and I said, "Look at here, man. Don't worry about none of that." You know, luckily for him, he didn't have a CB. Thank God, because he really would have been going crazy. I said, "You know what? Just focus." I talked him through it. And man, we got it in there. And I stayed with him the whole time, right in the steps. I told him to calm down because he was freaking out. Then I climbed down and I let him do the rest himself. He got it in there. He said to me, "Man, oh, thank you. How can I repay you? Man, I don't have any cash." You know, no. I'm not looking for you to pay me anything. The only thing I'm gonna ask of you is the same way that I got out and helped, I just want you to return a favor to another driver who is struggling. If you do that for me, I'll greatly appreciate that. And he said, "No problem." Man, as that was happening, a super trucker got out his truck. "Oh man, I was getting ready to come and help, but you know, I had to hurry. I had to put my pants on, and by the time I put my pants on, I seen you. Come on, I see you. Okay, whatever." And I just walked away. You know, and it was, might I mention, it was pouring rain, but I didn't care about you know, being wet in the pouring rain. That didn't matter to me. The point was, I seen a fellow brother. Yes, you're all my brothers and sisters out here. When you're behind the truck, you're my brother. You're my trucking brother. You're my trucking sister. I'll lend a hand to each and every one of you. Okay? And that's just what I did. You know? It's just the integrity, the brotherhood in trucking. It doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. You know? And as most of you might know, and some of you might not know, I come from a family line of truckers. You know, my father was a trucker for many years. And one thing he told me was, when you get out there, do not be a super trucker. Okay? The same way people will help you, I want you to return that favor and help out others. And I have done that. I had made my father proud. I can say that. I have done that. Which brings me to my next point. Happy birthday, Dad. I'm not sure you're watching this video or not, but just want to say happy birthday. I love you, and I will talk to you later, and keep on trucking, man. Just like I'm following your footsteps, man. I'm trucking. And guys, with that being said, you know, I think I did enough. I'm almost at 14 minutes with this ramble. Until later, it's your boy G-Man Trucker. Peace, God bless, and you be safe out there on that road. And remember, help a fellow trucker out. Peace.